How you doing, everybody? Dire here, and finally, after waiting for almost a year and a half, Overwatch has been released. I have been waiting for close to 2 years now because I was like one of the first people to hear about Overwatch, and I was so hyped to start playing. I did not have a lot of trouble whenever it came to the actual gameplay and having a bad time, getting killed a lot, not knowing what I was doing, because I obsessed over the game. I watched YouTube videos of the beta, which I sadly never got into the beta or anything like that. Never got into the closed beta, open beta, any of it, and I didn't pre-order the game in time because I didn't know that if you owned it, you could actually get into that one beta. I didn't even actually have time to get into the open beta, but other than that, this is going to be 8 tips every Overwatch beginner should know. Because if you don't actually follow these 8 cardinal rules of the game, you will die a lot, you will lose the game for your teammates, and you will piss a lot of people off. The very first thing, you don't main a character. I've had people tweet to Overwatch, I've seen tweets to Overwatch being like, oh, well, you know, I main Tracer, I main Symmetra. You don't main anybody in this game. Because the main idea is, if everybody else has attack and there's a healer and you need a tank, you need to be good at playing at least one of those tanks. At least one. Most players are good with every single player, like most competition players or higher ups are good with every single player. You need to be good with at least one of every type: attack, defense, support, and tanks. You need to be good with at least one of each. You know, you gotta be flexible. And the only thing that would actually allow you to main a character is if you are on a competition team and you have your guy that's meant for tanks, you have your guy that's meant for support, attack, defense. You have to, that's the only reason that you would be able to main anybody. So if you are on a competition team, practice your guy, get good at him, win all the games, you know, do it for your team. But you have to do it for your team. If you're not on an actual competition team, you have to play that support that's needed. You know, you have to play that Mercy, you have to play that Reinhardt, you have to play that person, or you will lose the game. And don't just bitch at your teammates saying, oh, I'm not good at him, I'm more of an attack player. No, be good at every one of them. The number 2 tip. You always need to remember, Overwatch is a game meant for domination type style game. You have payload and you have the game mode that you capture a point, then you do payload. You even have where you fight over a point. But you don't have any team deathmatch game modes. You don't have anything like that because that's not what Overwatch is about. You always have to remember what your objective is. Your objective's not to get a whole bunch of eliminations, kill a whole bunch of people, get a big kill streak. Yes, it might help your team in some ways, but if you're allowing the other team to push their payload and you're killing everybody else on their team and you have that one Tracer or Reinhardt pushing their payload, that's not helping your team at all. You have to stop that payload from moving. You have to remember that this game is not like Call of Duty, Halo. It's not a team deathmatch shooter. It is an objective-based game, and that is what it's meant to be. Nothing else. Not just try your best to kill everybody and don't worry about what the game was made for. Now, this 3rd tip is a problem that I'm still having really bad because I am that kind of person that will always just think, I can take out these 2 guys, I just have to do it this certain way. But the tips, don't ever fight alone. In this game, I don't care if you are a Reinhardt versus 2 Tracers. It's pretty much a one-hit kill for him to hit Tracers. Reinhardt Tracers, one-hit kill. I don't care if that's all it is. Those 2 Tracers will kill you in no time. If you are trapped in a room, then yes, that's fine. There's nothing that you can do about it. But never leave your teammates. You always want to stay in a group of 2 to 3. You really want to stay in a group of 5 of all times. Or, like, if you're a Bastion, you want to stay with a Reinhardt because his shield will protect you. You don't ever go out and fight alone. That will get you killed so fast and then get your teammates killed because they don't have you with them and they end up having to fight alone. Don't be a lone wolf. I know it's sometimes awesome to walk out of the pack, but you gotta stay in the pack, pups. Tip number 4 is something that really pisses me off sometimes. I will do this for my team at any point possible, and it's worth it to die for overtime. I don't think a lot of people understand that, but this game's very much based on your win-loss ratio, not your KD, anything like that. If the match is about to end, and there's a possibility that you could get overtime, jump in there, and it's okay if you die, because your 4 teammates that are behind you could be showing up in any second to get on that point, kill those people, and win that game. It gives you that second chance. Overtime is what it's meant to be. Overtime. You get extra time to win that game. So instead of being, let's use Reinhardt as an example, he's pretty much my go-to. Instead of being that Reinhardt that's like, oh, I don't have any teammates, if I go in there, I'll die. Who the fuck cares? Go in there, commit suicide, and allow your teammates to come back and win the game. Because in the end, either you win or you lose. Being afraid of dying one time in the game is not the way to go. This is honestly the way that whenever I first began Overwatch, I got a kill streak of 30 on my very first game. You want to know how? I was sniping. Wasn't using Hanzo, I was using Widowmaker. Her sniping is extremely powerful if you're fighting against dumb people. So this tip number 5, is master the art of constant movement. You have to know that if you stop moving in Overwatch at any point at all, and there's a sniper on the other team, you will be dead. I mean, unless you're kind of sticking back with your team in a room or something like that, that's understandable. But if you're running out, don't stop and shoot. It's not like a CSGO situation. You want to keep moving, shoot, get behind stuff, constant movement. Do some, new Call of Duty exosuit shit. Jump around the whole entire time. Or Halo. You never want to stop moving in Halo because you will die in no time. Strafe around. Do whatever you can. Because if you are a tracer and a Widowmaker hits you with a 100% shot, you'll die. If she hits you with a 0% shot with a headshot, you die. So Widowmaker is a huge threat against Tracer and the other low health heroes. So pretty much all of your attack heroes, some of your support defense heroes, all of your support heroes will die to Widowmaker in no time, and that's usually just because they don't move. I kill Mercies all the time because they're healing somebody and just standing there. If you're Mercy, you want to be flying back and forth in between all of your teammates, healing them all, buffing them up, giving them double damage, anything that you can. But do not stop moving, because Mercy is my #1 target if I'm Sniper. Tip number 6. If you go into your options, there is a setting that you can turn on called Skirmish Mode. Whenever you're looking for a match, you'll go into a kind of free roam game mode. It'll be against other people sometimes, just depends on who all is in your match. And it does not count against you at all, the game does not actually start. It's pretty much just a little skirmish. If you want to call it the team deathmatch, just kill each other, whatever. But it's not an actual game mode. You can't just go into it and be like, oh, finally, it's like Call of Duty. It doesn't work like that. Now, you want to go into skirmish as often as you can, because if you have a character that you haven't played yet, and you want to get good with them, you don't want to do that in the middle of an actual game. That's a good way to look like a complete jackass. If it's Bastion, screw it. It's Bastion. He's a sentry gun. It's not hard to learn. But if you're going to be playing as Tracer, or, first time Hanzo, Reinhardt, all of these heroes that actually require a decent amount of skill and practice at how to play them. Look up hero guides on them. I have a hero guide on Tracer. It's pretty well done. Tracer's honestly my favorite when it comes to attack heroes, because you get behind them, you kill them, you have no problem with that. But if you don't know how to play Tracer, you will die back to back to back, and you'll just think she's a shitty hero. She's not. She is one of the best heroes in the game, along with every other hero in the game, because if you know how to play them, they are phenomenal at doing what they're meant to do. You just have to play them the way they're meant to be played. Tip number 7. If you are getting stuck in a corridor, let's say you're in Hollywood. Some of you might not have actually played the map yet, but let's say you're in Hollywood, you're going towards the very last checkpoint on the payload, your attack. You cannot actually be on the payload and push forward because there's a bastion shooting you back and back to back. What you do is go through one of the side doors, go in, kill anybody that you can. You have to know how to go through different paths. If you're stuck on one path, take the other one. If you push 6 people through a tunnel that has 3 enemies, you can work it out to where you'll be able to actually get through that corridor and start killing people and getting somewhere. This also comes in account when it comes to the skirmish. Whenever you're skirmishing, learn all the maps. Learn them the best that you can, because you want to know if you're running straight and next thing you know there's a Hanzo right in front of you. If there's a path that you can go to the left or somewhere you can get behind to where his multi-arrow doesn't kill you, you want to be able to do that with a split second of a thought. And tip number 8. This is one of my biggest problems, and it's getting royally pissed while I'm playing. I'll get to the point where I'm like, I can't play this anymore, fuck it, I'm done, but then I realize I love the game, so I can't stop playing. Everything about it is phenomenal, it's great, so you don't want to quit playing it. But if you want to be able to cool off and stop being so mad, go and play the weekly brawl. It's fun. Pick what hero you think would be awesome to have a 75% cooldown, 75% of their cooldown taken away, 2 times their health, and their ultimate charges, I think, 75% faster. That's pretty fun to me. I go in there and play Genji and just reflect everything. I'm a major dick. Play Pharah too. She can just stay in the air the whole entire game. It's fun as hell. If you're ever getting mad, just go and play the weekly brawl. You'll have a fun time. You'll get calmed down after 2 matches and then go right back into it. Have some more fun. Win some games. And it's time for the extra bonus tip. All I can say for this is know where all health crates are. If you're getting shot and you can keep running away, or you can take a path on the left that you don't know about, you need to know if that path on the left has a health pack in it or not. You will win so many fights if you actually utilize all the health packs that are on the maps. If you are ever damaged, I will guarantee you there is a health pack within 20 game feet away from you. There is always a health pack somewhere near you. You just have to know where it's at. If you are damaged, use a health pack all the time. If you have 250 health and you're down to 200, use a health pack. It will help a lot in the end. Instead of dying whenever they're down to 40 health, you could live with 10 health and they'll die. You have to use health packs. Utilize what the game is giving you. I hope you all loved the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's try to go ahead and get 15 likes on this video. It would be awesome and phenomenal for the channel. Don't forget to go and check out the Patreon page. It's a great way to help out the channel, and I'll see you all next time, pups.